Good afternoon. My name is Joe Cashwell with RotorCraftRc. Another XXL case. This is going to Wild Mango in the UK. Beautiful, beautiful case. We love their logo and we love the extras that they did. This is the Movi Pro charging system. You've seen us do it in a couple cases now. This is our first big one that we're doing from start to finish with the Movi Pros in it. Now this is the first XXL Pro case that we've done with the 6 Movi chargers in the upper. We did a prototype 6-pack deck, which we worked out all the bugs on how to do everything, and then we designed it into this one. Now in our prototype we worked out all the bugs, figured out how to get the batteries to clear and how they slide, and worked out all the tolerances. And from there, Trent Palmer with Copter Kids sent us his Copter Kids case back, and we retrofitted 2 of the Movi Pro chargers into the upper of that case. And after doing those 2, this one kind of became real easy. We keep the factory strain relief, we keep the factory screws and brackets and everything that Movi Pro supplies with their equipment. And then we just supply a mounting system to put it into our cases. This is the machine cutting the HD, which is the Pro material. And as you can see on the balance boards and everything like that, there is a lot of work on the underneath of these decks. Everybody always sees the decks from the top and don't realize how much work is actually on the bottom. So that's all this video right here is showing you, is just the amount of work and the amount of CNC time that is in the bottom of this deck. While Chris is doing about 8 hours worth of CNC route time to make all the parts, I'll be inside doing some of the other processes that need to be completed before we start to build. And in this case, all 4 406 Duos have the Black Ops version. So I'm going to go ahead and get that done and let these chargers sit overnight. So tomorrow when Chris is done and I have all my parts, I can start assembling. Although it only takes a couple simple tools and some tape to do the Black Ops, we average about an hour per charger to take apart, die, put back together. But when you have a charger that looks like this, and then when you're completed the Black Ops process, it looks like this, man, it just gives such an absolute perfect finish to a case. Now let's start assembly of the case. As you can see, as it comes down the tube, it mixes it, and then it comes out ready to go. Now, because of restrictions and tightness of room here, Chris went ahead and CNC'd the dados material left right here in between the fans and the charger hole. We had to go ahead and do our mortise at 3/8, and then we have to machine these down to fit in that 3/8. That way we still have sidewalls, and sidewalls that are thick enough to be able to hold the material. One of the things we've started doing is doing customized charger mounting brackets, and yes, we did it for the Wild Mango. When Chris CNCs that out, we actually take the black dye and spray it and then sand the entire thing down. That way the black dye stays into the V-groove area. It gives it a great finish. Might ask me, hey Joe, how do you power such a massive case? We used a Meanwell RSP2000-24, 80 amps a piece at 240 volts. And seeing this case is going to be in the UK, it's going to run well. The customer liked the V-groove of the Wild Rabbit, so when we decided to do his logo, we did 1/2-inch acrylic and V-grooved it. Now, I did have a little bit of an issue. I was going nuts trying to find a good orange LED, but we got them, and that logo looks phenomenal when it's illuminated. I want to give a big thank you to Yusuf with Wild Mango Films for giving us the privilege to build this beautiful case for him. This is our XXL Pro case. Very beautiful. This has 4 406 duos, 2 Meanwell RSP2000s, and 6 of the Movi Pro chargers. Now let's go ahead and look at a couple things that we have in the case. We have 8 single channels and 8 corresponding balance boards and banana jacks to go with them. 2 dual USBs to 6 Movi Pro chargers. And then these little standoffs are on the upper lid and on the bottom. When we shut the deck, they press together to keep the decks separated. Remember, this is a Pro case. This customer will ship this around the world. We want it working when he gets there. So the Movi Pro chargers have their own independent power supply, 1 per charger. So what we did is we made holes to where you could see the indicator lights on the power supply, and we put in an independent IEC receptacle to where you can power just the upper deck itself. Well, testing is done, and we only had one issue. We had to recut the entire upper deck because of the new Movi Pro that we're installing in this case. We missed one calculation by that much, and I mean so little. The customer would have never saw it, but you know how OCD I am. You guys have no idea how much stuff we cut, we look at, and we just shake our head and throw it in the trash. This one's going to the trash. Unfortunately, we didn't catch this one until we'd already put the carbon on, which is even more time and expense. So now that it's ready to ship, all of our international customers understand that we use FedEx Great Rates for shipping. We use FedEx for domestic shipping also, but Great Rates, we call them up, we tell them what the commodity is, we tell them how much it weighs, and the size and dimensions of the box. And what they do is they tell us the best day to ship. And the best day to ship this to the UK is Tuesday, which is 2 days. So we got our shipping quote number and everything like that from the lady in customer service, and you're gonna get a kick out of this. The quote number started off with KR, and she said, KR with the number, she said, like Kid Rock. I busted out laughing. I'm still smiling so hard my face hurts. It just, it was funny. I'm not saying I could tell talking to her she was not a teenager. For her to say Kid Rock was pretty funny. It made my whole week. Thanks FedEx for your great customer service. I want to thank everybody for watching our videos. Please subscribe. If you have any questions, feel free, give us a call, 407-656-7881, or you can always email me, RotorCraftRc@gmail.com. This has got the 6-pack. Wow. 6 Movi Pro chargers. Well, testing all up FedEx, and we talked to the great rec dealing with FedEx, and they've been good to us for 3 years now. Now, the funny thing is, when I called and got my FedEx Great Rates number, and if this is Doug, I'm going to shoot him. It's not Doug. So we've been using FedEx Great Rates for 3 years now, and we like it. For your great customer service.